Good morning, Year 5. So today we're going to build on the work we've done earlier in the week on addition, and we're going to apply it to some shape work where we're going to calculate the perimeter of different rectilinear shapes. So just a reminder for you, a rectangle has 4 right angles, so we can work out that the opposite sides are equal. So if we know that the length of the rectangle across the top is 24 centimetres, we also know that this length is 24 centimetres. If we know that the width is 16 centimetres, we can also add that one in here. So we now have the measurements of each of the sides of the rectangle. And to find the perimeter, remember perimeter is the distance around the outside of a shape. So if I were a little ant and I was starting here, the distance I would have to travel to crawl along this line and all the way back to the start again is the perimeter of the shape. So how do we calculate the perimeter? Well, there are a couple of ways we can do it. We could do a straightforward adding together of these 4 different numbers. So just like we practiced earlier in the week, we're going to line up the 10s and the 1s, just like this, and then we're going to do the calculation. So in the 1s columns, I've got 4 and 6 and 4 and 6, which makes 20 1s, which is 2 10s and 0 1s. And then 10s, I've got 2, add 1, add 2, add 1, add 2 10s. So altogether, that's 3, 6, 8 10s, making the perimeter of this shape 80 centimetres. Of course, you may have already been spotted and shouting at the screen, there is a quicker way to do it, Mrs. Brown, and there is. We could just go halfway around the shape and then double it because of what we know about the properties of a rectangle. So we could just do 24 add 16, and I think most of you will probably be able to calculate that mentally, is 40, and then we're just doubling 40. So we can either do 40 add 40 or 40 times 2. We come up with the same answer, which is 80 centimetres. So that's just a reminder of the basics of how to calculate the perimeter of a rectangle. I'm going to do one more example for you with slightly bigger numbers now, and just to remind you what you need to do, and then there will be some for you to do. So I like to put a little cross here just so I know where my little ant would start walking, and I'm going to add these 2 numbers together. So I've got 1,224, and then I've got 321. So it's really important to make sure that I'm lining up the hundreds, the tens, and the ones. There's nothing in that thousands column for the smaller number there. I'm going to add those together. 4 and 1 is 5. 2 tens add 2 tens is 4 tens. 2 hundreds add 3 hundreds is 5 hundreds. 1,000 and no other thousands is 1,000. So halfway around the shape, the distance would be 1,545 millimetres. And then to find the whole way, I'm going to double that, and I'm going to do it by adding the number to itself. So same system as before. 1s first, 5 and 5 is 10, which is 1 10 and 0 1s. 10s, we've got 4 10s and 4 10s and 1 10, which is 9 10s. We've then got 500s and 500s, which is 1,000 and no 10s. 1,000 and no hundreds left. And then we have 1,000 and 1,000 and 1,000, bringing the total to 3,090 millimetres. Okay, so you might want to get ready to pause the video because now I have some for you to practice at home. So there's 5 different rectangles here. You might notice something a bit special about E. I'll leave that to work out for yourself. There's a little reminder about what the perimeter is, and then there's different numbers there for you to work out the perimeter. We will upload the answers tomorrow.